Okay, I want us to look at this question which you just sent to what was just sent to me, to say the numbers 3 comma x comma x plus 6 form the first three terms of a positive geometric sequence. So there are some key terms which you have to be familiar with there. Number one, we have terms listed for us. There are three terms which have been listed. The terms are 3x and x plus 6. These are the three terms which have been listed. So these terms, we've been told that these are forming up what is known as a geometric sequence. And once we have that, remember what is a geometric sequence. A geometric sequence is basically a sequence where the next term is found by multiplying the common ratio to the previous term. So, what is a geometric sequence? A sequence where the next term is found by multiplying a common ratio r. R to the previous term. That is a geometric sequence. So a sequence where the next term is found by multiplying a common ratio r to the previous term. You can take note down of that definition. So implying that with this we have a certain formula where we can find the next term if it is a geometric sequence. You have to understand there are two kinds of sequences, a geometric sequence and an arithmetic sequence. This is a geometric sequence. So a geometric sequence, the next term can be represented by an, which is the nth term. So this nth term is equals to a r n minus 1. A is the first term, r is the common ratio, n is the position you are looking for. So this is the formula for nth term of the geometric sequence. So you want to find the 10th term, 15th term, the 90th term, this is the formula you are going to use. Where this common ratio r is equals to the second term divided by the first term, or it can be the third term divided by the second term, and so forth, or it can be the fourth term divided by the third term. R is basically something which is constant throughout. It is the same throughout. That's what we mean by common ratio. So in this case, you've been told that the terms are, this is more like our first term, second term, and third term. These are three terms in a geometric sequence. And what do we want to find? We are looking for the value of x. What is this value of x there? But keep in mind, this should be a positive GP. We are okay? So let me just delete this part. I'm sure you've taken note of this part. So here, number one, it is a GP. It means that we have a common ratio throughout. So the only way we can find the value of x, we can find the value of x from the concept of common ratio. So we shall find the value of x from the common ratio concept. Common ratio concept. What do I mean? Common ratio r is equals to second term divided by the first term, which is the same as third term divided by the second term, which is the same as fourth term divided by the third term, which can be the same as fifth term divided by what? Fourth term. So here, since we have 3 terms, the same common ratio can be equals to x over 3, which can be the same as x plus 6 over x. So we would use this equation to find the common ratio. So at this particular point, how do I find the value of x? So we're going to do the bad manners of cross multiplication. So x times x, I'm going to have x squared to be equals to this time that to be 3x, this time that to be positive 9. So that everything can come this side, I'm going to have x squared minus 3x minus a 9 is equals to 0. It becomes a quadratic equation. So what am I going to have now? Two numbers, when you multiply, they'll give me negative 9, but when you add them, they'll give you a negative 3. What numbers are those? So we can use what? Do I have numbers when you multiply them, they'll give you a 9. Sorry, 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 6 is 18, not 9. Apologies. So this is negative 18. So two numbers, when you multiply them, will give you negative 18, but when you add them, will give you a negative 6. That is 6 and 3. One should be negative. So it means we're going to have x squared positive 3x minus 6x minus 18 is equals to 0. The two numbers are 3 and negative 6. So that when you factor by pairs x plus 3, close, negative 6, x plus 3, closed is equals to 0. So if I have something like that now, implies that, I can use this some space, implying that we are going to have x plus 3 and x minus 6 is equals to 0, x plus 3 is equals to 0, and x minus 6 is equals to 0. So x here is equal to negative 3 and x here is equals to positive 6. These are the two values of x. Yeah, okay? Now, the question is, let's go back to the question. We are being taught to say this is the positive geometric sequence. It means all these values should be positive. So we have to take note of something. If at all these values of x are going to be satisfied. So if we have 3 here, if the value of x is negative 3, so this would be 3 comma negative 3, here negative 3 plus x, 6, it would be, 6 minus 3, which is the 3. So what I'm going to have here, this would be negative 3, which is going to violate our rule which says positive geometric sequence. So a positive geometric sequence, it means we need to have positive values throughout. So the only way we can have positive values throughout is when our x is positive 6 here. So the correct answer here is, the possible values is x equals to negative 3 and x equals to 6. But following the question which says for a positive sequence, so for a positive sequence, positive geometric sequence, x should be equals to 6. This should be your answer. For a positive geometric sequence, x should be equals to 6, and you are done. We are okay? Okay, now let's go to the second part. Now let me just delete this part from here. So the next part, it says that the 10th term of the sequence. So the 10th term of the sequence, we are using what formula? an is equals to a rn minus 1. Or others would simply write to use t. Tn is equals to a rn minus 1. It's still the same thing. So according to the sequence here, we have 3, since x we said we chose to be 6, so we have 3, 6, 6 plus 6, which is a 12, and the count continues. So we're looking for the 10th term, so which is t10 to be equals to, so if it is the 10th term, so in short, the 10th term is what we are looking for. So if you are looking for the 10th term, it means n is equals to 10. That's what we are looking for there. It means that n is equals to 10. So if that is the case, therefore I'm going to have T10 to be equals to ARN minus 1. So T10 will be equals to A means the first term, which is a 3. R means the common ratio. Common ratio, this divided by this, or this divided by this. So if you say R is equals to 6 divided by 3, the answer will be equal to what? A 2. Or if you say R is equals to 12 divided by 3, the answer is to maintain to be a 2. So R here is basically 2, but raised to the power what? 10, which is n is 10 minus 1. So that the 10th term becomes 3. Don't make a mistake by saying 3 times 2. 2 is locked with this power. It is 10 minus 1 first. So it means 2 power 9. So the answer is 2 power 9. The answer times 3 is basically your 10th term. So your calculator should work out there. Do I have a calculator myself? So we are simply saying 2 power 9, the answer multiplied by a 3, which should be equals to 1536. I don't know if my calculator is shy trust. 1536 should be the 10th term. And you are done. I'm sure it makes sense. Thank you very much.